It's really fun to think about your future and to think about where you are going next, especially at the beginning of a new year and the beginning of a new decade. But it's also really important for you guys to look back at where you've just come from. Because if you don't do that, there's a really good chance that you might end up creating the same kind of year for yourself all over again. So today's video is part of my Slay Your 2020 series, and today I'm going to talk with you guys about how to deconstruct your 2019 so we can learn our lessons and get started in the next year on the right foot. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, then keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and this is my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos for you guys every week, all about the art of creating your best life ever through mindset and manifestation, because I strongly believe that you can't use one without the other one. Using them both will bring you the best results. So if you don't know, I have created a planner for you guys, a manifestation planner, a digital planner that you can either print or download, and it is all about a bunch of things. It's about looking at your past year, it's about planning your goals, and it's about going through month by month through the rest of your year to create goals for yourself to help you stick to your big dreams and to actually make progress. But the first part of this planner is actually all about looking to the past. So I thought I would come on here and maybe scroll through a little bit. I'm not going to take you through these exact exercises in here, but I just wanted to tell you guys, like, if you are into this stuff, if you are looking to kick things off the right way, then maybe you want to go over and grab the planner. It's available for a limited time, but it's a really cool way for you to track your progress from the last year so you can start off the next year on the right foot. But today I'm going to go through a few questions with you guys that you don't need the planner for necessarily, to help you look back at your past year. So like I said at the top of the video, it is one thing to look ahead and to get excited about where we're going in life, but the problem is that we are creatures of habit, and we tend to do the same things in our world over and over and over again. So if you are ignoring your past, or if you're pretending things didn't happen, or if you're kind of living in victim mode in one way or another, then it's going to be difficult for you to show up as the hero in your life moving forward. So really, what looking at the past year really involves fundamentally is taking responsibility for where you are. And I know this is something that people struggle with, but I really just want to give this message to as many people as possible. But the life that you are living right now is the result of your thoughts and your feelings so far, right? Because your thoughts create your feelings drive your actions create your results. Moving into a new year, it's really key to understand what your results were, because that will definitely show you if there is some place that you need to start working on your thoughts. And most of us will have something that we need to work on. Most of us have something in our life that isn't what we want it to be. And it isn't about going out and, changing someone's mind, forcing something to happen, trying to control the world around you. What you really need to do is to dive inwards and to start changing your thoughts from the inside out. And that is why we need to do this work, my friends. So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 questions to help you get started on analyzing what you have just been through. So whether your year was good or bad, it is totally worth it for you to sit down and really evaluate where you have gone. Again, this is about taking responsibility. Again, it's about identifying our patterns and our habits so that we can stop getting sucked into the same things. Because if there's one thing that I want for every single person watching this video, is for you to not wake up a year from now in exactly the same place. And if you are not clear about where you're going, if you're not committed to doing the thought work, if you are not going to go all in on yourself, you probably will be in the exact same place. So think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. Let that motivate you to start making changes now. And yeah, you do not have to wait until January 1st to start doing this stuff. And I highly recommend you jump on it ASAP. So question number 1 for you guys is, are you a different person right now than you were a year ago? And like I just mentioned, if you are not committed to yourself, if you're not committed to changing, then there is a pretty good chance this answer is going to be yes. You are just going to default going back to who you've always been. So what I like to remind people when it comes to this is that manifesting isn't about so much about creating something and getting it to come towards you. It is about you becoming who you need to be to make something happen. It's about you becoming your own badass, right? So if you're looking at your goals, if you're looking at your life and you're not quite where you want to be, it is time to start figuring out how to become that person. So you can tell if this is working or not for you by looking at where you were. So look back at where you were in last December and figure out what is fundamentally different about you. Where have you grown and shifted? And is that serving you or is it not serving you? Maybe it hasn't grown and shifted that much and things aren't changing that much. It is okay if things haven't changed that much. It is okay if you're pretty much in the same spot. That is an important thing for you to acknowledge, okay? It is also an important thing for you to acknowledge if you have massively up-leveled your life, if you have completely gone in on yourself and started to change and really started to integrate who you want to be and sort of manifesting stuff, that is important to celebrate also. So I'm not giving you guys this question because I want you to feel bad, but instead I want you to start with an honest and authentic representation of whether or not things are working for you. And if you desire things in life and they are not changing, then things probably aren't working for you, to put it kind of bluntly. But you need to acknowledge that. You need to acknowledge where you are in order to start the journey. If you're pretending that you are standing on a different street corner and you are trying to follow a map that's going to take you over here, and you're pretending that you're over here, the map isn't going to work, right? The map isn't going to get you where you want to go. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to acknowledge where you are so you can follow the map to where you want to go. So that's why honesty and authenticity is so key. So be really clear on this. Have you changed? Have you grown? Are you the same person? Who are you? What's happening? Okay, so think about that one. That's question number 1. Question number 2 for you guys. What did you create this year? And for this question, I would think of at least 3 good things that you created and maybe 3 bad things. So again, this is a signal for us to remind ourselves that we are the creators of our life. We create the good things and we create the bad things. So it is so important to give yourself a pat on the back and to applaud yourself moving forward for the things that you are succeeding in doing. But it's also important for you to acknowledge where things may have gotten off track, where you might have been slacking a little bit, where you might not have shown up as you wanted to, or maybe you fell into a new bad habit entirely. So when you can acknowledge those things, those results that you created, that is when you start to get control over them. So I want you to take stock about your year, good and bad, understand what you created, whatever it is, and just be honest with yourself. This isn't something that you need to show to other people, so you don't need to worry about self-censoring or anything like that. It is about honesty with you. Question number 4 for you guys is, overall, how did you feel this year? Did you feel happy, joyous, or did you feel stressed, anxious, sad, angry? What was your overall emotion for this year? So it is, again, really key to understand that our emotional state is something that we can control. We cannot control our outer environment. We can't control what happens in many regards to our life, but we can control the way we feel about things. At the end of your life, when you look back though, you are going to want to look back on a happy life. You are going to want to look back on a life that feels really good. And understanding what your emotional temperature is right now is maybe another wake-up call. If you aren't feeling as amazing and empowered and badass and happy as you want to, then that is a clear cue that you need to do some work. You need to do some thought work. You need to shift something in your world. You need to do something in order to start creating the feelings you want to have. And for a part 2 on this, I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I really highly recommend the book Core Desired Feelings by Danielle Laporte, my Vancouver homegirl. If you've never done this kind of work before, it is all about deciding on how you want to feel, and it is so key. But again, the question I'm asking you right now is, how did you feel? So be honest with yourself, understand what your feelings were, and of course, again, we need to be honest and authentic with ourselves in order to create a plan moving forward. So figure out what your dominant emotions are and don't judge them, but just look at them for now and see whether or not that is what you want to keep creating. And if it's not, then it's time to change things up. And the 4th and final question I have for you guys today is, what lessons did you learn? So everything that comes into our world, good or bad, brings with it a lesson. Sometimes the negative experiences in our life bring us our most powerful lessons. And I know this to be true for me. I know this is true for so many people. But sometimes the things in life that are the most difficult to endure are actually what make us the people that we are. So this question might be too soon or too much for you to wrap your head around immediately, but journal with it. Ask yourself what the good things in your world, what they taught you about yourself, about life, about whatever, and the bad things, the quote unquote bad things. What did these experiences teach you about you being you? So this question is really important because, of course, life isn't just about accumulating iPads and new cars and shoes and all of that. Life is really about us learning and growing. So many times we're moving through life really, really fast. We are moving through life in such a way that we immediately forget what we just happened. We're always focusing on where we're going. But you are constantly learning things. You are constantly growing as a human. And it's really key for you to sit down sometimes and acknowledge that. The point of this life isn't about getting to some imaginary finish line and being happy for 24/7 for the rest of your life. Like, that actually doesn't work. What we are actually here to do is to solve problems, to learn, and to keep growing. So your lessons are a key part of your life journey. They are part of your purpose. They are part of why you're here. So be really grateful for those lessons, no matter how they came to you. It is so key for you to acknowledge what has happened, for you to acknowledge your expansion, and for you to pat yourself on the back and tell yourself that you're doing a good job for becoming who you are. So I hope that that is a new way of looking at whatever has come up for you. Again, knowledge is really it. Growth and expansion is really it. And I really hope that this helps you to reframe whatever has happened in your year. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you are interested in this planner, it is available for a limited time on the site. Come on over. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But it's a really cool printable planner that you can print out, or you can fill out as a PDF on your device, and really get clear about what's going on for you so you can start to create your best life ever moving forward. So if you're interested in that, click the link below. It'll be available until maybe the middle of January, maybe. Yeah, I think so. So anyways, you can go over and check that out over there. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to learn more from me, come on over to the site and check it out. I have an amazing library of freebies to give you. If you go to www.thealignlife.co/free, you can sign up for all kinds of amazing things over there. If you want to watch more videos from me, you can click my latest upload right here. And if you really liked me and you want to stick around for the journey, you can subscribe right here. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I love you so much. I'm wishing you an amazing week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.